please turn on your mic, please?
It's on.
All right, perfect.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
close enough to it, probably. All right, good morning, everyone. The regular meeting of the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees is now called to order at 9:31 a.m. You may join today's meeting in person or join via Zoom webinar. These links are accessible by visiting the College of the Desert homepage. We will now proceed with the roll call. Acting President Martinez Garcia, please proceed.
Student Trustee Robles,
Aye, here.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Here.
Trustee Meyer,
Present.
Trustee Perez, Trustee Oden,
Present.
Trustee Kinnaman.
President. I would like to invite Trustee Sanchez Fulton to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance this morning. Thank you. Item 2.01, Board Meeting Agenda pursuant to Government Code Section 54954.2B2. The board may take action on items of business not appearing on the posted agenda upon a determination by a two-third vote of the board, or if less than two-thirds of the members are present, a unanimous vote of those present. That there is need to take action, immediate action, and that the need for the action came to the board's attention of the local agency subsequent to the agenda being posted as specified. Item 2.02, confirmation of agenda. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the agenda for April 10th, 2025?
Chair?
Yes.
I believe the last meeting, we had a proposed agenda item by two trustees about a standing committee for continuous improvement.
Is that something that we can add at this point, Carlos?
It would require a two-thirds majority vote to alter the agenda, and if you and staff were prepared to discuss it, then that would be up
Okay.
to the board.
So if we can get a motion to add that to the agenda and get,
I so move.
okay.
Okay, thank you, trustee. I also want to bring up a standing committee. I think it's so important in this day and age.
Well, I've got a motion on the floor on this one item, so.
So move.
Okay, so
Mr. Chair, it's not clear to us what the motion is exactly, so you'll need to word that so we can capture it. Sorry.
Okay, I'll repeat. The motion is the board to create a standing committee of two members. Somebody help me with this. It's not a committee with the power to make decisions. There's a word for that. But it's a standing committee for board continuous improvement.
Mr. Chair,
yes.
it looks like the attorney was trying to chime in.
Okay,
The concern, I'm not sure if she's able to be patched in, but the concern is that this item did come to the attention of the board prior to the agenda being posted, and so therefore doesn't meet the criteria to be added if the two-thirds is not, even with the two-thirds vote. So the item would be out of order.
okay, so what I'm hearing is,
And that's according to the Brown
It was-
Act. Yeah.
It was my understanding at the last board meeting, if two board members brought it forward, it should automatically become an agenda item from the previous meeting, and two of us brought it forward. I thought that was the process. No?
I believe I hear Carlos indicating that we failed to get the item on the agenda. And are we able to get counsel online?
As you're waiting, I thought that at a board meeting, is my understanding for the 8 years I've served on the trustees, that if a board member chooses to create an ad hoc committee from the board, all he needs is two-thirds vote. Let's say trustee Oden would like to create a subcommittee. You can't,
I'm not asking for that.
You wanted to
Trustee
make sure
Sanchez
that-
Fulton, I want a standing committee that the board agrees on. This is the committee. I'm willing to put this aside and let's consider it as an agenda item for the next meeting.
Okay, and
Would
we'll
that
make
be
sure-
okay?
We'll make sure it gets on there, okay? And I apologize that we didn't catch that. And it's my understanding, we're wanting to codify the ad hoc committee for ACCJC recommendations, so that we've established that is what I believe is the intent is.
As a standing committee, yeah.
All right, then let's move on. If there are no other modifications, then we can move to item 3, public comments. And do we have public comments?
Morning, Board Chair Kinnaman. Yes, we do. We have one public comment that we received in person. Mary Lou Marujo is here to address the board regarding agenda item 13.01, board self-evaluation tool.
Do I need to read 3.01 first before we begin?
That would be best, sir.
Yes. If you give me 1 second, Mary Lou. No, you're okay. Remote public participation is allowed and will be accepted in person by email to otp@collegeofthedesert.edu during the meeting and submitted for the record, or by using the raise your hand function by joining the Zoom link. Pursuant to the district administrative procedure 2345, each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes per topic. 15 minutes shall be the maximum time allotment for public speakers on any one subject, regardless of the number of speakers at any one board meeting. At the discretion of a majority of the board, these limits may be extended. All comments must be submitted or brought forward prior to the end of the public comments section. As an additional note, this item is intended for members of the public who wish to speak regarding regular agenda items. An opportunity to address the board on matters not related to the agenda will be available during item 19.1 of today's agenda. Okay, thank you.
Morning. I'm here today to thank Trustees Kinnaman, Perez, Meyer, Sanchez Fulton, and Acting Superintendent President Martinez Garcia for your actions taken during this transitional period. In a very short period, you have demonstrated what College of the Desert has been lacking since the hiring fiasco of Martha Garcia, and that is true leadership. Together, you have made some very tough decisions that to the outside community may seem unstable, but to your staff, your faculty, and your leadership team, they commend you for acting in the best interest of the college. Thank you for having the courage to make such bold decisions and ignoring the outside noise coming from those who are gone due to their own selfishness and toxicity. Now, Ron, you seem to be stuck on Laura Hope and Misty's departures. If they are such a huge loss, maybe Chaffey College will hire them back. Then you have Diane Galindo. She and Laura Hope are the ones that created a toxic, sexist environment. Under their leadership, there was instability and corruption. A reminder that one of ACCJC's recommendations is that the governing board operate as a collective entity, and once the Board of Trustees make a decision, all members support it. Ron, you need to support the decision by your board to place Laura Hope on administrative leave and move forward. Regarding the other employees that have been placed on administrative leave or have resigned, as a board, you have one employee, your president. All other staff are under the purview of the president, not you, so let it go. You need to stop undermining your board and acting president by bringing up old issues and disagreements. Also, please stop reporting false information to the media and community at large. I hope you utilize the board's self-evaluation tool that is on today's board's agenda for approval. Today, as a COD retiree, I am proud to wear my colors again. Thank you.
Okay, any additional public comments? Irene?
Yes, we did, Board Chair Kinnaman. However, these additional two public comments that we received have been added to the agenda under 3.01.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, public updates. Item 4.01, employee appointments. Acting President Martinez Garcia, please help us introduce this item.
Yes, I'd like Terry Wilson, Director Terry Wilson, to go ahead and introduce the new appointments.
Right, our district new team members for this month are Sasha Gutierrez, she's the Secretary, Trio Veterans. Tiffany, and I apologize, if you are here, please stand up so we can acknowledge you. Our second person is Tiffany Ortiz Rivera. She's the new Enrollment Services Specialist. Graciela Rocha Hernandez, she's Testing Services Technician. And Vanessa Tizok, she's the Human Resources Technician. And that's all of our new employee appointments for this month.
Thank you, Acting Vice President Wilson, and congratulations to our newest employee appointments. Item 4.02, Inland Empire Mayor Cyber Cup Competition. Acting President Martinez Garcia, please help us introduce this item.
Yes, I'm happy to report or happy to introduce the Inland Empire Mayor's Cup winners. This is a cyber competition held every year in the spring. The student participants are challenged in the following areas: open source intelligence, cryptography, Linux, log analysis, network traffic analysis. Those are all things I know nothing about, so I'm very impressed. The 3-hour competition was held on March 8th, and due to time constraints, it's known to be particularly intense and high-pressured event. The competition includes participants from middle schools, high schools, and colleges across Inland Empire. This year, 25 students earned top placements, receiving 1st, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 10th place honors. I'd like to invite Professor of Computer Science Felix Dante and Assistant Professor of Cybersecurity Martin Flores to come help us recognize these students.
General public and the millions watching at home. We are the CIS program, Computer Information Systems. We offer courses in IT, cybersecurity. We do local certificates. We do transfers to San Bernardino Cybersecurity School. And we are located in the basement of the Hill. It's our new facility there. It's lovely. I know some of you have been there. I welcome you all to check it out. Also, we are moving to Indio, not moving, but we're expanding to Indio, where Professor Flores is going to be holding the fort over there. You want
Good morning. The cyber competition team at College of the Desert, we started this in 2019, and it's been a work in progress, and it's shown throughout the years because we have been moving up in the placements on these competitions to the point that this semester we finally attained a 1st place. Very proud of the cyber competition team. They spend 4 hours every Friday. First couple hours is training, and then after that, they get together in their teams, and then they help each other out and learn more about subjects like open source intelligence, cryptography, and all that stuff. We also have the what we call the mini-me's in Indio. They also compete for, in these competitions. We sponsor
the dual enrollment.
the dual enrollments. Those are our dual enrollments from Indio
So
High School.
we have dual enrollment with Indio, Coachella Valley High School.
La Quinta.
We're working with Palm Springs now, expanding that program. And we have a very good partnership with Indio where they offer, I think it's like 5 of our courses. But more importantly, those are our future leaders. So by the time they get here, not only do they have some credits already transcribed, but they also have some experience in the competitions. This year, also Coachella Valley High School competed in the Inland and the Mayor's Cup. But also want to make note that we were here last semester for the NCL when we came in 20 and 2, and that's a nationwide competition, which is I mean, outstanding too.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So
Go ahead.
Ms. Susana Sotelo is here from IEGO, and she's the representative from IEGO, and she's here to present us with the big trophy for the IE's Mayor's Cup first place, and also for the team that won first place in the IE Mayor's Cup competition.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Susanna Sotelo, and I am the Special Projects Coordinator at the Inland Economic Growth and Opportunity Collaborative. IUGO is a regional initiative focused on accelerating economic development in the Inland Empire by fostering innovation, expanding the workforce, strengthening strategic industry partnerships. And at the heart of our work is workforce development, ensuring that our region has a strong talent pipeline for high-demand sectors like cybersecurity. As part of this mission, we had the honor of hosting this year's Mayor's Cup competition, an initiative that provides students from middle school through community college with real-world work-based learning experiences. Participants begin by developing their cybersecurity skills through training and what we call a practice gym, and then put those skills to a test in a regional competition. We're especially proud to integrate the Mayor's Cup into our broader efforts under California Jobs First. This statewide initiative supports economic growth, helps regions like ours build a resilient workforce that is equipped to meet future challenges. By engaging students early and giving them a pathway to explore careers in cybersecurity, we're helping them prepare for long-term success. We'd also like to sincerely thank the Inland Empire Desert Regional Consortium for their partnership and support in making community college participation in this competition possible. For the past 3 years, RCC has held this title, and now College of the Desert will proudly carry the trophy for the year ahead. Out of the 341 students who competed this year, 37 were community college students with various levels of experience, making this accomplishment truly noteworthy. Today, I have the privilege of recognizing the winning team, Tom and the Jerrys, sorry, and celebrating College of the Desert for earning the Community College Perpetual Trophy that we have here. Congratulations to Martin. Congratulations to Martin Flores and his exceptional students for their hard work, dedication, and well-deserved victory. At this time, I'd like to present Martin with his medal and coin. Whoa, yes. And now I will invite him to help me distribute the rest of the medals and coins to his students.
I don't believe Professor Jacobs, the wizard, Mr. Rizzo over here.
These two are tremendous in supporting our efforts and stuff like that, especially Mark right here. He's done an outstanding job. He goes to Costco and buys the pizzas for these members.
He does more than.
And that's more, I mean, he's great. I mean, we couldn't do it without Mark or with Professor Jacobs. They're just outstanding. They've helped me out immensely. And I really appreciate your help. Thank you. All right, so Tom and Jerry's, please come up here. Thomas Canty. This is Tom from Tom and the Jerry's. That's what we got.
Thank you. He's also one of our student workers in the Geek Program. Thank you very much.
This is Tatum. She's the president of the cyber competition team. Here you go. And that's their trophy.
And then we're gonna get a quick picture. Okay, somebody want to hold this one? Oh my God.
Oh, Tatum, yeah.
Just for everyone's notification that we're going to also ask the board to come down and after the next presentation to take a picture with all the students also. If you would stick around, that'd be great.
Peyton was a business major, and then he changed over to CIS.
I did, yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi, we want to thank you so much for giving us the recognition for this semester's competition win. This is my last semester at College of the Desert, so I've been part of the club now for 2 years. We've been trying really, really hard every semester to do better. In the national cyber competition last semester, we got 28th place college against other community colleges and four-year colleges across the nation. And then our team got 20th place out of about 540 or so teams in the experience bracket. So this semester, we have our competition in 2 weeks. So we're hoping to do a bit better in that and finally get into that top 5. A lot of our students here are transferring to four-year colleges, or it's going to be their last semester. So it's kind of like our last hurrah as a group. So we just want to really thank you, and we're so proud of all the members here, and I thank you to our professors and then to the Mayor's Cup for our first ever first place win. So thank you so much.
It says Riverside for the first 3 slots, Riverside City College, and now we broke their streak.
Yes.
So
Hello, thank you to the Board of Trustees for having us here to celebrate this victory. I would personally like to thank the faculty, Felix and Martin Flores, for their support in giving us this opportunity to compete and build these skills, in addition to getting to teach students the valuable skills needed in today's world. So thank you very much for having us. It's been a pleasure to compete for College of the Desert and for the competition. So thank you.
One last thing, cyber competition team, please stand up. Come on up here.
come on up here. So you can see we have very healthy participation.
Yes.
Based on the efforts and thanks to the pizza. too. Especially the pizza. All right, but we're doing great. Every year we've done better and better. So, and that fluctuates, all right? But we have some consistency here. And we have a lot of new members every year. So I want to say a sincere heartfelt thank you to all of you for all of the effort you put in. Know that. And I'm looking at all of you as future leaders too. Okay, and go out there and make us proud. So keep going. Good work.
Thank you, sir.
Any of you want to say anything? You need to by contract.
I just want to say thank you, board, for supporting our students.
Thank
Thank you.
you. That's it. Anybody else? That's good. Come on. That's good.
Don't be shy.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's only my second semester here at COD, and don't mind the appearance. It's a summer shave. Yeah, but yeah, you get it. But you know, the community here has honestly been fantastic. I came out of CSUSB. I did a bachelor's there, and it just does not compare. Really, it's been a pleasure competing with the team here. The instructors are top notch, and I hope you guys can all appreciate them and the hard work that all of our students here do. It's been an honor, and I just really want to say thank you.
Be shy. All right, I want to say again, thank you for the opportunity to come and talk to all of you. And I have a little surprise for those that were honored. The foundation and our dean have been gracious enough to buy DEF CON badges. For DEF CON is the biggest cybersecurity conference that they have it every year in Vegas, and it's massive. You've been several times, all right? So now the badges are quite expensive and prohibitive for students. So this year, the foundation is going to cover those costs. And I want to say a big thank you to Catherine, you're somewhere over here, all right? And our dean for getting, Lingo for getting that done. So a big thank you, and we'll talk when we go to the lab. All right? So that'll be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll probably see you next semester again. So.
Hey, excuse me, Felix.
Felix?
Oh, what's up?
Can you stick around or have the board stick around? We'd like the board to come down and take a picture with everyone. or as many students as we
Oh,
can.
yeah.
So we'll have one more item to present, another award. It's a day of
Oh,
celebrations.
okay, yeah, that's fine.
And then we're going to take about a 10-minute break. Okay?
Perfect.
Thank you,
We'll
appreciate
be
it.
hanging out outside.
Appreciate you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Yes, and I want to thank our professors. Felix, thank you. Professor Flores, thank you for your mentorship. And congratulations to all the students. That's exciting. Item 4.03, the statewide educational wrap-up, safety award for the Indio campus expansion. Acting President Martinez Garcia, excuse me, please help us introduce this item.
Today is a day of celebrations in many regards, and we have been fortunate enough to receive another award. The district, in partnership with Moss Companies, has received an award from the statewide educational wrap-up program Board of Directors for the Indio Campus Expansion Project. SEWUP is a comprehensive owner-controlled insurance program specifically designed for school construction projects, providing a single insurance plan that covers nearly all liability associated with the construction activities. Moss Companies and Tilden Coyle led the project's safety efforts, an achievement that contributed significantly to the project's exemplary safety performance. John Rodriguez is here from Keen Associates to present the awards. So John, if you want to come on up.
Good morning, and thank you for that kind introduction. On behalf of the statewide educational wrap-up program, it gives me great honor to present these beautiful plaques. To earn them, you have to have certain criteria. This project finished with a workers' comp loss ratio of 8%. To put that in perspective, 60% is considered average or the break-even point for workers' comp carriers. 8% is phenomenal. All those claims are closed, so they're minor in nature. There were no general liability claims at all, 0 builder's risk claims. So congratulations to Desert Community College District and Moss.
Thank you. So at this time, the board will take a 5-minute recess to receive the award and take commemorative photos along with our students who participated in the Inland Empire Mayor's Cyber Cup competition. at 10:07. Item 4.04, proclamation Foster Care Month. Acting President Martinez Garcia, can you please help introduce this item?
Yeah, I'd like to call on Acting Vice President of Student Services, Amanda Phillips, to introduce the next presenter.
All right, thank you. It is my great pleasure to introduce one of the kindest counselors I've had the pleasure of working with. If Philip Salas could please approach the podium. Philip has counseled for College of the Desert for a number of years, and he focuses primarily working with our current and former foster youth in our foster youth services and Next Step program.
Thank you very much. Good morning, esteemed board members, faculty, staff, and guests. Today we come together to recognize an important cause, Foster Care Awareness Month. It is a time to honor the strength, resilience, and courage of the nearly 400,000 children and young people in foster care, and to reflect on the challenges they face. This month provides an opportunity to raise awareness, promote understanding, and highlight the critical role that communities play in supporting these youth. 2 to 6% of foster youth obtain a 2-year college degree. Only 3 to 4% go on to earn a 4-year bachelor's degree. Foster Youth Services works to challenge these numbers by providing important resources, including counseling, financial aid support, emergency grants, and textbook services, just to name a few. The Foster Youth Center provides a space for students to have a safe place where they are supported, respected, a place where they can come, study, relax, grab a snack, laugh, and escape for a short time. For the 2024-2025 academic year, we have offered support to 169 students. The students who are with me today stand in stark contrast to those dim graduation statistics mentioned earlier. They have defied the odds and managed to exceed expectations and balk at those who doubt their intelligence, their potential, and their courage. There are few who can overcome the obstacles these students have, and not only they have survived, they have thrived. I am honored to work with these students, and every day I am in awe of their grit and determination. It is my honor to introduce Ashley Lopez. Other side, there we go. Ashley Lopez Garcia is currently the student worker at Foster Youth Services. She will be completing her degree in accounting in spring of 2026. She is also completing her general education requirements to transfer if she chooses at a later time. Once she attains her degree, she has plans on helping her family in their entrepreneurial venture into starting their own business in residential and commercial maintenance. Ashley will function as the accountant for her family's small business. Eileen Rivas Villaseñor will complete her degrees in liberal arts, psychology, and sociology at the end of the semester. She has been accepted to Cal State Long Beach and will pursue a degree in sociology. Once she completes her degree, she would like to enter the political landscape on a local level and influence policy change for social and environmental causes. Once established at the local level, she would like to move on to the federal landscape and be an advocate and voice for change for elderly. Reading today's proclamation for Foster Youth Awareness Month is Angelica Annie Juarez. Behind me. There you are. Her majors are psychology and liberal arts, and she will be completing her degrees at the end of the spring semester. She has been accepted to UCR with a scholarship. There she will attain a bachelor's degree, eventually earn a master's degree in social work and psychology. Her passion is helping others who are in the foster care system. She would like to help young people transition into adult life and provide guidance for youth who are transitioning out of the foster care system. Please join me in welcoming Annie Juarez as she reads the Foster Care Awareness Proclamation.
Good morning. Whereas National Foster Care Month has been observed in the United States since 1988, and every April, the President of the United States hereby proclaims May as National Foster Care Month to honor the absolute courage of young people in foster care, who too often endure challenges that no child ever have to confront. We give thanks to the dedicated kindship foster parents and family members who care for them during their times of greatest need. Whereas National Foster Care Month celebrates foster youth and the people who provide them with love and support. It is our duty to help vulnerable children and child welfare professionals and the families they serve with the resources they need to thrive. And whereas children and families of color, as well as youth in foster care who identify as LGBTQIA, have been disproportionately represented, in foster care, and all should have equal access to education. It is essential that we invest in culturally supportive services to nurture all children and families who are impacted by the child welfare system. And whereas College of the Desert offers current and former foster youth a safe, welcoming environment at the Foster Youth Center in which to thrive, offering at the academic career transfer and personal counseling, priority one registration, assistance with student educational plans, textbook assistance, school supplies, assistance with the traffic grant application, access to the food pantry and refrigerator, computer lab and printing, grant and scholarship assistance, and referrals to county and state agency for housing stability and for food insecurity. And whereas the Board of Trustee of the Desert Community College District reminds everyone that we have a vital role to play in supporting our students who were in the foster care at some point in their lives. Now therefore, it be proclaimed that the Board of Trustee, the Desert Community College District hereby declares May 2025 as National Foster Care Month at the Desert Community College District. The Board of Trustees encourages all faculty, staff, and students to promote, enjoy in this observance throughout throughout the Desert Community College District, city, state, and nation. Thank you.
So Ashley and Eileen are going to pass around lapel pins for you. The lapel pin or the color for foster care awareness is blue. We'll have pins available in the center in South Annex Room 2. If anybody would like to pick one up. Also on May 1st, we'll be having an open house for anybody who'd like to come. Light refreshments sponsored by Costco. So thank you all very much.
And we want to thank all of you for reading the proclamation and being here today. And thank you for your leadership in mentoring the students and supporting the students.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
this is such an important program, and I'm really proud of the work that we are doing. Every time I see a presentation from this group, it's just really warms my heart. I think it's nothing that's more important than knowing that you are in a place where you feel like you belong, that you're understood, and that you're accepted and valued. And I think that they received that from this program and this department. So thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments too. All right, moving on to Faculty Appreciation Week. Acting President Martinez Garcia, can you help us introduce this item?
Yes, thank you. And I'm delighted to introduce Professor Jorge Perez, Mesa Program Director, to the podium. Professor Perez was born in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, where he moved to the Coachella Valley when he was 12 years old. He's a proud graduate of Palm Desert High School, and he also attended COD from 2003 to 2006. He's an amazing instructor. He's a phenomenal leader, and he's been one of our shining stars in our STEM programs.
Thank you. It's an honor to read this proclamation on behalf of the faculty. So I'll just get to it. Proclamation Faculty Appreciation Week, recognizing the roles and contributions of educators of the United States in building and enhancing the civic, cultural, and economic well-being of the United States. Whereas education and knowledge are the foundation of the current and future strength of the United States, and whereas faculty encounter students of widely differing backgrounds and who face myriad daily challenges and have a variety of learning needs, and whereas faculty continue to explore and implement new ways to support their students and communities, supporting the mental health of our students, providing meals to students in need, and whereas faculty have earned and deserve the respect of their students and communities for their dedication to spending many hours preparing learning experiences, evaluating progress, counseling, and supporting students. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees hereby recognizes and wishes to honor the contributions of all its faculty to quality education in the state of California and the Desert Community College District, and declare the week of May 5th to May 9th as Faculty Appreciation Week.
Thank you, Professor Perez, and thank you to all of our faculty and counselors here at the college. Yes.
So I want to thank, as a a former faculty member here at the College of the Desert Adjunct, and 20 years serving at UC and other institutions, I understand you, faculty, the hard hours, the dedicated, the love of your students. Each and every day, it's an act of love. When we're in our classroom, this is what matters. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you as a fellow teacher. Thank you.
All right, moving on to item 4.06, proclamation, classified school employee week. Acting President Martinez Garcia, please help us introduce this item.
Yes, I'd like to call CACA President Omar Fimbres to the podium and proud veteran Dan Mason as well to read the proclamation.
Good morning, Acting President, Superintendent Martinez Garcia, trustees, and vice presidents. I'd like to introduce Don Mason, Health Services Program Assistant for the Student Health and Wellness Clinic here at College of the Desert. Dan, can you do us the honor of reading the proclamation for Classified School Employee Week?
Good morning. Whereas in 1986, California Senate Bill 1552 established the third week of each May as Classified School Employee Week in order to recognize the vital contributions of classified employees to higher education. Whereas classified professionals provide invaluable service to the staff and students of College of the Desert, and whereas classified professionals contribute to the establishment and the promotion of a positive instructional environment and support environments, and whereas classified professionals employed by College of the Desert strive for excellence in all areas relative to the educational community, using their talents and strengths to promote student achievement. Now, therefore, it be it proclaimed that the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees hereby recognizes and wishes to honor the contributions of the classified professionals to quality education in the state of California and the Desert Community College District, and declare the week of May 18th through May 24th, 2025 as Classified School Employees Week at College of the Desert. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar and Dan. And again, we appreciate all that the classified do to help support all our students and our faculty and everybody. Without you, we wouldn't be able to turn on the lights and open the doors and embrace our students as they come in. So thank you. Item 4.07, Proclamation International Nurses Day. Acting President Martinez Garcia, please help us introduce this item.
Yes, I'd like to call Director Sarah Fry, Director of Nursing and Allied Health, to the podium to introduce our reader.
Good morning, Chair Kinnaman, trustees, and guests. As we get ready to celebrate National Nurses Week and honor the contributions of our profession, it's my pleasure to introduce a remarkable individual who will be reading this year's official proclamation. John Mark Owen is in his final semester of our nursing program and represents the best of what it means to be a nurse in training: dedicated, compassionate, and resilient. A natural leader, he's been actively involved in our Student Nurse Association, balancing the demands of academic excellence with work and volunteer commitments. Always willing to step up when needed, he's someone we've come to rely on for program outreach. Like many of our students, John Mark is entering his second career as a nurse. Before beginning his journey into healthcare, he spent 25 years as a professional ballet dancer. He holds a Master's of Fine Arts in Ballet from NYU Tisch School of the Arts, bringing a unique blend of artistry, discipline, and empathy into every patient interaction. He plans to make a career in the OR as a circulating nurse here in Coachella Valley, and we're proud to have him as a part of our nursing community. Please join me in welcoming John Mark Owen to the podium.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm pleased to be here with you and honored to read this nursing proclamation. Whereas nursing as a modern profession is built on the legacy of countless pioneering nurses whose dedication to care and advocacy established the foundations of the field and remains the largest healthcare profession in the United States, continually evolving to meet the diverse needs of our communities. And whereas registered nurses provide essential care across various settings, demonstrating resilience and commitment in their practice. And whereas professional nursing is vital to patient safety and quality care, addressing emerging health challenges and advancing healthcare through skilled practice and innovation. And whereas the demand for nursing services continues to grow as healthcare needs increase, emphasizing the importance of a skilled and diverse nursing workforce. And whereas the American Nurses Association and local institutions, including the nursing programs at College of the Desert, have declared May 6th through 12th as National Nurses Week, recognizing their dedication and impact. And whereas nurses within the Coachella Valley serve as a vital part of the local healthcare system, providing compassionate, skilled, and essential care to meet the unique needs of our community. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Board of Trustees of the Desert Community College District that May 6th through 12, 2025, be designated as National Nurses Week to honor the dedication, commitment, and tireless efforts of the nation's nurses. Thank you.
Chair, thank you, Director Fry and John. Yes. Yes, please.
As the son of a nurse whose lifelong career was in nursing, I know the dedication and the continual learning you will experience throughout your career and the hours you will put in to provide the health care for people. Thank you.
Please. And Sarah, if you don't mind, I seem to be meeting more of our nurses, but fewer of them on campus, more when I go to the doctor's office or the hospital, et cetera. So as the years go by, I'm so glad we have such a strong program. So thank you for everything. Our next item, 4.08, Proclamation Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Acting President Martinez Garcia, please help us introduce this item.
Yes, I'd like to ask Dean Carlos Maldonado to introduce our student reader.
Thank you, President Martinez Garcia. Good morning. I think it's still morning. Mr. Chair, board members, executive cabinet, and guests. I have the honor of introducing the reader of the Desert Community College District's proclamation for Asian Pacific Islander Month, Ms. Paulina Verdugo Lopez. Paulina is a student leader at College of the Desert, majoring in business administration and graduating with her associate's degree later this semester. She plans to transfer to a four-year institution in the fall of 2025 to complete her bachelor's degree in business administration. Paulina is currently serving the Associated Students of College of the Desert as an independent senator. In addition to her involvement with ASCOD, she's a student worker at the Tutoring and Academic Skills Center, part of the student programs such as TRIO for Disabled Students, EOPS, DSPS, and a second-year College Corps Fellow and current state ambassador for that program. During her involvement in College Corps, Paulina has shown her commitment to serving the community around her while helping alleviate food insecurity in the Coachella Valley. She has completed over 450 hours of service and training this year, led training for fellows, and assisted in the coordination of food distribution at the College of the Desert Mecca Thermal Campus. Her desire to grow as a community leader has guided her throughout her educational journey. As an ambassador, she's been able to highlight the positive impact College of the Desert College Corps Fellows have accomplished. Paulina is a member of Leadership Coachella Valley's class of 2025 as the only current female student. Paulina hopes to become a college administrator to support and guide future students in higher education reach their educational goals. Please help me welcome Paulina Verdugo Lopez to the dais to read the Desert Community College District Asian Pacific Islander Month Proclamation.
Thank you, Carlos. Good morning, everyone. Proclamation Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Whereas in May 1990, then President George Bush declared the month of May as Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And in May 1991, Governor Pete Wilson also proclaimed this month as Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month in California, the Golden State. And whereas the Desert Community College District employs an increasing number of personnel of Asian and Pacific ancestry, and there's an ever-increasing number of students served by the Desert Community College District who are of this heritage. And whereas the history of the United States encompasses the unique culture and rich legacy passed down from the ancestry of Asians and Pacific Islanders. And whereas the Board of Trustees of the Desert Community College District recognizes the many contributions and accomplishments of the Asian and Pacific Islanders for their tenacity in pursuing the highest standards and ideals attainable. And whereas the Board of Trustees of the Desert Community College District encourages the illumination of the rich cultural heritage and ethnic diversity within the greater Coachella Valley as part of the district's commitment to cultural awareness programs. Whereas we must strengthen our institutional commitment to the respect and dignity for all. And we vow to continue our work to support and teach diversity, equity, and inclusion within our college and community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Board of Trustees of the Desert Community College District hereby declares May 2025 as Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month at the Desert Community College District in appreciation of the achievements and contributions made by Asians and Pacific Islanders to the educational programs of the Desert Community College District. The Board of Trustees encourages all of the faculty, staff, and students to promote and join in the observances throughout the Desert Community College District, city, state, and nation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the proclamation. Moving on to minutes, item 5.01, approval of our regular minutes. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the regular meeting minutes of March 21st, 2025? If there are no corrections to the minutes, they stand approved as presented. Reports. At this time, we will go into board reports per board policy 2311. All reports shall be limited to 5 minutes each. Associated Students of College of the Desert, Caden Olson, I think.
Morning, Board of Trustees. This last month, ASCOD sent members to both the SSCCC Student Senate for California Community Colleges General Assembly and the ASAC American Student Association of Community Colleges conferences. These opportunities allowed our student leaders to represent COD on both the state and national levels, while also gaining valuable insight and experiences to bring back to our campus. We hope to host workshops to share the knowledge that our members who have attended these conferences have gained with the rest of our board. Last week, ASCOD aided the Inter-Club Council in hosting their Club Olympics event. This event is focused on strengthening relationships between clubs to allow for a more collaborative and ultimately a better experience for students and the clubs on campus. Lastly, ASCOD worked with public relations on the You've Got a Friend video series, which is now live on COD's YouTube channel. Additionally, ASCOD was able to provide feedback on the new light post banners and the mascot, Rodney. That is all. Thank you.
Thank you. College of the Desert Foundation, Catherine Abbott, please, our Executive Director.
Somebody tall must be standing here. Good morning. Good morning, trustees, student trustee Robles, vice presidents, and acting interim superintendent president Martinez Garcia. The College of the Desert Foundation is excited to provide an activity summary of the $5 textbook rental program, which began in the spring of 2024. I'm pretty amped up on coffee, so just so you know, I'll probably read a little fast. As you know, prior administration evaluated the most used textbooks by subject, as well as the willingness of our faculty members to use a class set of textbooks for a few years, even if it was a new edition. The number of faculty who stepped up and agreed to participate in the pilot program was overwhelming. We want to give them a huge shout out and thank them for being a part of breaking down the financial barriers of our students. To date, the foundation has paid out nearly $120,000 for the purchase of textbooks. This investment has saved the College of the Desert students $65,798. According to Dean Pappas, returning the books to the library at the end of the semester has also gone very smoothly. Students are responsive, which is creating a tremendous cost savings for students who are following behind them in future semesters, which sounds somewhat like an oxymoron. With only one campus tour left in the season, we are happy to report since November of 2024, the foundation has hosted more than 100 members of the community, introducing them to everything COD has to offer. Our guests are blown away by the enthusiasm of our faculty who show off their programs and their students, and are equally blown away by the great work that is happening at the institution that we all know and love. Recently, the foundation launched a new program called Power Hour. This initiative offers faculty, students, and foundation board members the opportunity to engage on a deeper level, fostering meaningful conversations that provide a clearer understanding of the foundation's mission. It also, turn the page, allows for insights into the needs, successes, and challenges faced by the students and the programs, creating a stronger connection between all parties involved. This 1 hour impactful conversation has occurred with the Dreamers Resource Center, the International Student Program, and most recently with the MESA program. Today, Power Hour is taking place during GradFest. The foundation has partnered with the Alumni Association to encourage students to stay connected with their alma mater. We've invited a few board members and donors to meet students, as well as COD staff and faculty, and to encourage students to complete a form providing their consent and information. In return, students will receive a $10 BEEPS voucher. So we hope to keep you informed of future Power Hours and invite you to attend one in the fall. I would also like to add just one more item, which I did include in my original submitted report. For the first time, the foundation is also providing a $250 award to a student who has submitted their artwork for today's student exhibition. The winner of the COD Foundation Award will be announced during the show this afternoon, and I want to thank Professor Emily Madigan and Dean Alex Hazan for including the foundation, as well as our board member, Barbara Foster Monachino, for sponsoring the award. So stay tuned for the announcement of the winner later today. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, California School Employees Association, Omar Fimbres, CSCA President.
Good morning, Acting President. Good morning, Acting Superintendent President Martinez Garcia, Board of Trustees, and Vice Presidents. Today, we have hundreds of graduating COD students participating in GradFest. Yes, GradFest already. CSCA members are excited to welcome the COD class of 2025. At this event, students are able to register for the ceremony, pick up regalia, decorate their graduation caps, have professional graduation photos taken, and speak to reps from various four-year colleges. These students will be graduating on May 27th at Acrisure Arena. Again, our CCA members from all services and instructional areas will be there to help make this a memorable experience for our students, their friends, and families. Tomorrow, we have hundreds of future COD students visiting our campus from local high schools. A huge thank you to M&O staff for the quick change over required for these two events. We also want to thank our CSCA members who work to organize and participate in these back-to-back events. You are amazing, and we appreciate your tireless efforts. On April 1st, 51 new campus tour dates were released to the 25 schools who have been patiently waiting for a chance to visit COD. A big thank you to Bill Murray, Michael Harlow, and Carlene Hart for getting the tour request form up and running again. Please say hello to these groups when they visit our campus. In previous board reports, we requested a golden handshake opportunity. Many times we were told that there was a report that proved the golden handshakes were not a cost-saving measure. So our request was denied again and again. We even asked for a copy of that report to be presented to the unions and the Board of Trustees to review. When we finally learned that there never was a report, we asked some of our longtime members for input. Here is the request. Today, we ask the board to reconsider the golden handshake opportunity. Many faculty and staff have expressed their desire to participate, and it will open opportunities for others to join the college. In light of what's happened before, we hope that the district will take this request seriously. On another note, CSEA is concerned with Trustee Oden's leadership abilities. Trustee Oden, over the last few months, has displayed confusion, a lack of understanding, and a rush to judgment. This is in regards to the presidential search, its applicants, the committee members, and his absence. The statements and actions of Trustee Oden has created frustration and worry in regards to his leadership abilities throughout the district. CSEA has not had the opportunity to hear or see much positivity or leadership skills from Trustee Oden. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. This concludes my report.
Okay, moving on to College of the Desert Adjunct Association, Kathy Lovett.
Board Chair Kinnaman, we did not receive a report from CODA this month.
Okay, thank you. College of the Desert Faculty Association, Oceana Collins.
And Professor Collins let us know that she was unable to submit a report for this meeting, and she is currently teaching today.
Okay, great. Great that she's teaching. Academic Senate, Corbin Wild, Academic Senate President.
Dr. Wild also did not submit a report for this month.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the Governing Board, Student Trustee Robles.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. The previous weeks from the last meeting seem to have kind of flown by. I've been focused on just schoolwork and, maintaining that high GPA, with transfer kind of being the topic of conversation for a lot of students. I want to say thank you to counselors, professors, program specialists from like different colleges who lend an open ear and provide a lot of insight to kind of make that transition into the new college as smooth as possible. They've helped with like explaining programs and how transcripts go from one to the other college. So really appreciate their work. This last weekend, we attended the Student Senate of California Community Colleges General Assembly. And here there are members from all 116 colleges. We get together and we speak on resolutions that can pass through to Senate. So anything that can affect or relate to student activities is brought about. A topic on the agenda that kind of stood out to me is S25-2407, titled Promote Financial Literacy and Statewide Implementation of the Student Investment Program, created by Santa Rosa College students Ruben Garcia, Anthony Spinozzi, and Ann Donnelly. The resolution presented the need for student access to financial literacy and a place where students can learn investment strategies and long-term habits for success. The resolution focuses on pilot investment programs and wants to provide students the opportunity to understand and use the tools of the investment market. During the conference, I was also able to present on communication strategies for regional engagement through social media. In Region 9, we have seen our numbers fluctuate a bit with an increase in followers of 10% over the last 90 days. And as a region, we established some new goals for finishing the year strong, and we'll work together with the new regional board members voted in by its members on the final day of the event. Finally, here on campus, we have been working hard for our show at the Marks Art Center. It's student-oriented throughout. There is a student market, performers. There is about 200 different pieces that we received as submissions. So it was really well received. We want to thank the chief curator, Merritt Price, from the Artist Council here in Palm Desert. He is also choosing a few students along with the foundation to receive membership to their program, and they sell some artworks in their market there. So want to thank them for the opportunity that they're providing. And Dean Alejandro Hassan is also going to have a Dean's Choice Award for the strongest piece. In his office over on the north side of campus, there is ceramics piece that was chosen last year. So it'll be nice to see this kind of program and support for students start to kind of take effect on the greater campus. We're going to have artwork and just beautiful things everywhere, which is great. We also held a meeting in Indio 2 weeks ago, which was well received. We had the third floor at the Indio campus, which was a beautiful space, and just kind of went about normal Ascot business, but invited students of that area to come by and participate. So we would want to continue that effort in kind of including all of the satellite campuses in our district.
Thank you.
So.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton.
My fellow board members, colleagues, students, back.
Trustee Sanchez, is your mic on? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. My fellow board members, our fellow colleagues here, faculty, staff, students, and community members watching on Zoom. Just wanted to say what a pleasure it is to be back on the board at the College of the Desert, to hear about the foster youth, to hear about our nursing program, to hear about the student success. The mission, why all of us are here, all of us here, is for student success and making sure that the students feel safe, they feel accepted on whatever background. I just want to applaud my fellow board members for taking on that position when I saw it on the Desert Sun. And I wanted us to just give a round of applause for all of us here at the college for taking that position of keeping our students safe and coming together for peace. And so thank you all for all of that. Very, very important. And that's what we're about, is the students. Just to make it really short, I just want to mention the integral part of chambers of commerce's businesses. It's those businesses and those small businesses and those large that hire our student. Yes, they go to school, but a lot of our students are working 2 jobs, 1 job. It's so important that we collaborate with our chambers and with small businesses because they're hiring our students. I attended the grand opening with the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber, and they were saying, we're hiring at the banks. Attended the United Luncheon, met a lot of our business owners, and all they were telling us, we love that program. Please talk more about your internship program that you have to offer. We want to hire your students. It's amazing what we're getting in our business community saying we want to hire students. That is so integral. So maybe hopefully we can hear more about our work intern programs and the collaborations we're doing with small businesses, because of a lot of students need jobs. So that's very, very important. Also, attended yesterday the Acrisure Arena with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. It was Go Firebirds. So it was El Fuego was there. So I got to, it was really great. So we also attended the COD night. I don't know if all of you attended, but what great to wear our red and gold colors like Fuego. So that was fantastic. But something on a very important note, as all of you, when I visited Cal State San Bernardino and I visited Riverside Community College the other day, I saw a program that I hope the College of the Desert can implement. It was starting College of the Desert's closet. What does that mean? That we could provide our students with lightly professional clothing, shoes, ties, belts. It's so important that we could have what I saw at Riverside Community College and what I saw at Cal State San Bernardino, the COD closet. I think it would be so wonderful that our students, when they go for a job, I remember in my first job, I didn't know what to wear, and just going and having something professional to wear on that first interview, it means a lot. So I do hope our college does something like this, just like we did the food pantry. Have maybe ties on Tuesday. Have something for the COD closet. So something like that, I would be wonderful. And I also want to commend Connie Golds on Best Friends Closet, where we saw a lot of our students. It was so wonderful to see a lot of our COD students with the clothes that Best Friends Closet provided. So I would love for us to do something like that. So going out in the community and getting ideas, and always all of you in the community, if you have an idea, faculty, staff, it's important that you shoot out an email to us, because it's you we serve, all of us here on the Board of Trustees. So these ideas come to us, and then I just share it and bring it back to the college. I think it would be wonderful. Just an idea. Also, we just wanted to also give a big thanks to Vita for helping out. I heard that a lot of the community came out for those free tax services that we have. Tomorrow, unfortunately, I believe is our last day. Friday, I just want to give a shout out from 1 to 7 and the faculty and staff who put together this tax. I know my community in Desert Hot Springs, a lot of the people were calling me and emailing me, thank you for having that program for us. And they're like, it's free? So it was so wonderful, and I really, really want to thank the college community and VITA for having such a program, and the people out in Indio as well. I just want to repeat, on Saturday as well. So that's something that I just really, really love. That's why we serve and we ran as your elected leaders here on the Board of Trustees. Also, I have to give a shout out to Desert Hot Springs Councilman Dan, sorry, he did a town hall, and I was able to meet Chief Snowden. He's the new police chief at Desert Hot Springs. I would just want to share the good news. He wants to hire students, cadets. Dean Ningle, I see you out there. He's ready to hire. So I just wanted to let you know, building these partnerships with our police chiefs is wonderful, because they want to hire and they want College of the Desert public safety graduates to be there. So I just want to express that. Also attended the Correctional Public Safety Academy. That is so critical. These are the men and women who just graduated. So attended that, as well as Trustee Meyer also attended that last week, I believe. And let me see, there's so much going on. Are we ready for Coachella? Thank you. That ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Sanchez. Trustee Meyer.
Thank you, Chair. Trustees, faculty, and anybody related to the College of the Desert. Trustee Sanchez Fulton, no one's ever ready for Coachella. Um, As the newest trustee on the board, I'm committed to acquiring the information and feedback necessary to enhance my performance in this role. This information is crucial not only for my growth as a trustee, but also to equip all trustees with the necessary information to make informed decisions and develop policies that contribute to the success of the college and the students. I'd like to address my concern regarding the lack of consistent reporting presented at the board monthly. To remedy this, I propose the following. Number one, the board should refer to Board Policy 2311 for the list of groups allowed to present reports at board meetings. The board should then require each of these groups to present their report, provide a report at every meeting, not allow them, but require them. If the group is unable to provide a report, they should submit a written explanation detailing the reason why not. I find missing reports and not hearing from groups on campus, it's hard for me to understand what their needs, concerns, or their plans are. These reports serve as invaluable tools for trustees, allowing us to make informed decisions and implement policies that empower the college to support student success. And inconsistent or sporadic reporting leaves trustees without essential information, effectively forcing us to make decisions in the blind. I request that the board consider a mandatory monthly reporting process. Additionally, I recommend that a representative from each reporting group be present at the board meetings to address any questions the boards may have about these reports. I also want to acknowledge and express gratitude to groups currently providing regular reports. Their efforts are vital in supporting the trustees in fulfilling our responsibilities. Now, on to activities and update. Yes, I too attended the correctional officer pinning ceremony. It's 16 new graduates will join the Riverside County Correctional Department. It's great to see a full auditorium at Palm Desert High School filled with sheriff deputies, chiefs, and other dignitaries. I'm not sure they were required to be there, but they wanted to be there. And the graduate families all cheering them on through the pinning ceremony. It was amazing to see afterwards them all hanging out, talking to each other and congratulating each other. So the excitement was there. Also attended the Ag Tech X Expo on Indio campus. Didn't know what to expect, but I was very excited to see the ag industry here in the Valley keenly interested in helping us bring graduates into their industry. I attended Futures Arts One Future Coachella Valley. They celebrated their 20 years in the Coachella Valley. Interesting to hear the history of that organization and how they've evolved quite a bit. I was at the McCallum Theater Board of Trustees dinner party as part of my liaison to the McCallum Theater. They had a very entertaining evening where you had to name your favorite song, and I forget what else, but Acting President Val Martinez Garcia was there as well, and a few other representatives from the college. Then also went to the 33rd Annual Senior Inspiration Awards in 2025, hosted by Supervisor Perez, honoring seniors from across the valley, their dedication and contributions. Maria and I hosted 12 students to the COD night. Between the second and third periods, we told the students, hey, meet us here for pictures. And while we're lining up for pictures, a whole bunch of other students joined us, mainly from the Pride group. Giuseppe was there. I forget who else was there. It was a whole bunch. We got pictures, sent them along. So that was a lot of fun that night. I'm looking forward to this next month. It's going to be very busy for, I believe, all the trustees with the graduation ceremonies and all the other events going on, including the events of today. So it's going to be a very busy month for me. And thank you for your time today. I look forward to working together to establish the reporting practices that will ensure our board effectiveness.
Thank you, Trustee Meyer. Trustee Oden.
Trustee Meyer.
Opportunities. The collaboration with the City of Palm Springs is filled with opportunities. Some people are concerned about the potential lack of FTEs to fill the campus and our ability to reach our enrollment goals. It will be the programs that will propel enrollment, and that's the importance of our creativity in designing degree and certificated programs that will draw students in mass. Through the participation of the Palm Springs Architectural Committee, in conjunction with Cal Poly Pomona, the BA in Mid-Century Architecture was born. In collaboration with the Agua Caliente Band of Cahuilla Indians, the proposed BA in Casino Management was created. But there are many other opportunities to be had. We have developed a world-class culinary program, and we're working on an AI program and a Vanguard technology program. But wait, there is more. The Palm Springs Convention Center brings a variety of convention groups to the Coachella Valley. Let's say there's a nurses convention. We can create opportunities for speakers on the cutting edge to speak on the campus, not only to the nursing students, but perhaps the community as well, sharing the latest innovations, challenges that they face and that are being met. There might be doctors or aviators or those in agriculture which can develop and present perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity speakers who will motivate and inspire our students to unknown heights. Then there's the Palm Springs Airport, the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and the Modernist Celebration that we have an opportunity to connect and to collaborate with. But let's make this a real community college with community participation. This is the vision that we want to see come to fruition, but many feel that it is now threatened. In my recent discussions with within the community groups and leaders, there are concerns that were referred to as the instability of the college and its leadership. People feel estranged from the focus and direction initially designed for the campus. Although only rumored, it was relayed to me the concerns about what they called all of the firings at College of the Desert. We must keep in mind that promises were made and promises were broken. And that is where we started. But we have come a long way toward mending fences, healing wounds, and fixing severed relationships. To lose that momentum now would be tragic. Leaders are anxious and suspicious due to the lack of continuity and transparency. Therefore, our presence and involvement in the community has never been more crucial than now. Even though Palm Springs has a convention center, conventions are held throughout the Coachella Valley at destination hotels. And many of those speaking opportunities exist not only for the West Valley, but for the East Valley as well. But we have not taken advantage of those opportunities. Hopefully that will change. I'd like to say I'm really encouraged with the no application program with the Cal State system that really creates new opportunities for all of our students. And I'd like to thank you for your report and the focus on the students, because that's really what it's all about. And with that, concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Oden. I'll be very brief. I think everything that has been spoken to, we are all committed to our students, and we're committed to working on behalf of our students. And again, I mentioned this at our last meeting. I'm thrilled of the work our ad hoc committee is doing on helping the board with their board development as we move forward. I think that that will be a critical piece for us to help address any concerns that may be out there. And all my colleagues here I know are committed to that, and they're all working, they're engaged with the college. And so we're going to continue to move down that path. And so I think we have a very bright future as we move forward. All right, let's hear from our acting superintendent president.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First of all, I want to say I have a lot of events to report to you. A lot of these events will be emailed to the board specifically for the next month. Trustee Meyer, you are correct. It's going to be a busy month. First and foremost, right now going on is our Grad Fest, and we are very thankful. Yeah, we're very thankful and excited to report that this event is going on. Our M&O staff, thank you to all of your efforts to put this thing together. Specifically, I'd like to call out to thank the commencement committee led by Dean Maria Ayon and Dean Carlos Maldonado for their efforts to ensure that this event continues to be what it is, an amazing event. Also, I would like the board to know on May 27th at Acrisure Arena at 4 p.m., we will be having the show, which is commencement. Commencement will be held on the Monday or the Tuesday after the holiday. It's a little bit different, but I wanted the board to know that it was a decision made collaboratively with all the different constituent groups on campus to hold it after, hold commencement after the finals week so that everyone could attend and there would be no impediments to students attending as well. We are also holding our Emeriti Tenure, Retirement, and Service Awards on May 15th from 9:30 to 12:30 a.m. at the Pollock Theater. We've decided, again, with the input of constituent groups, to roll all of these different events into one big event where we'll be handing out all of the different awards and recognizing faculty and staff accordingly and properly. Afterward, we will have a luncheon held at the gym. And so we would make sure to invite you to that. On May 7th, May 8th and May 9th, we'll be taking a team to visit Ontario for the California Community College Office Vision for 2030 Regional Planning Discussion. This is a very important opportunity for us to connect with our region and to try to set forward a plan for all of us to be able to connect, but also to set a vision for how our college aligns, our goals and ideas align with the Vision 2030 from the Chancellor's Office. At that time, we'll be discussing a lot of different projects and programs that we have that are in alignment, but also talking about new opportunities like AI in the classroom and talking about allied health growth in the Valley. We're very excited to be a part of those regional discussions. And to that end, May 7th, Vice Chancellor Anthony Cordoba will be visiting us here at COD, and he'll be meeting to specifically discuss our opportunities around allied health and the opportunities we have to grow allied health across the Valley. He's very interested to hear our story, where we partnered with the Desert Roundtable and One Future to be able to expand our nursing opportunities for our students. Very excited to be able to present to him what a private-public partnership looks like and how we can bear lots of fruit for our students. Tomorrow, we are hosting our annual high school visit day. We know we're working on a nicer name, something more spiffy maybe, but it is called High School Visit Day. It's the first of 3. I'd like to thank all the staff that are making sure that happens. We were excited to have all of the future Roadrunners on our campus. Hopefully, they will come away all with a registration in hand and the thought that they will be able to complete at COD and eventually move on to their next endeavor, whatever that may be. I'm also excited to report to the board, Dr. Scott Atkins and myself attended the Society for College and University Planning Conference, where we showcased our efforts in Palm Springs. The design and what it's going to look like, the vision for Palm Springs, both in concept and now in practice as we move away from the build and we move to action. The action being the programmatic piece of it. So as we begin to develop the programming, we'll be coming to the board to discuss that more and showcase our ideas, our thoughts, and really trying to stay true to the vision that is Palm Springs. I was told recently, Palm Springs does nothing traditional, and this is a non-traditional campus. So we will have to think non-traditionally as we begin to develop all our programming and our teaching and learning. Lastly, but most importantly, I attended the Sexuality and Gender Alliance Club drag show yesterday. I was really excited to see the amazing students showcase their talent, their willingness to get out in front and be their authentic self. How amazing that was. It humbled me in the sense that I don't think I, to this day, could get up and do that. But they were so willing and able to showcase who they are and what they are about, and they were proud, and I was proud of them, especially amidst this environment that we have from DC that would say they do not belong. They stood up in a room full of individuals who supported them and cheered for them, and they showed our world, at least, they do belong, and COG supports them. And with that said, I really enjoyed today's, all of our awards. I was really encouraged by seeing all of our students, to echo all the board members up here today, to be able to see our why. I tell my children all the time, in life, there will be moments where it's hard and there's going to be barriers, but you have to find your why. Your why centers you. And it's moments like watching our students show up, stand up for their authentic selves, or be here in front of the board to express their gratitude for having these opportunities and helping them to realize their dreams and ambitions. They're my why. Our faculty and our staff are my why. And these are things I try to tell my children all the time, is to find your why and let that center you. So I encourage our faculty, staff, administration, and all of our team, as we come to the end here, to stay strong and remember your why. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to our consent agenda, item 7.01, blanket motion. All consent items will be voted on in one motion. Any board member may request that any items be moved to the action agenda. Are there any requests to separately consider any of the consent agenda items? Okay, thank you, trustees. Do I have a motion to
So
adopt?
move.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, roll call vote, Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student Trustee Robles,
Aye.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton, Trustee Meyer,
Aye.
Trustee Oden,
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
All right, moving on to our action items. 1301, Board Self-Evaluation Tool. Do I have a motion to approve the Board Self-Evaluation Tool for 2025 as presented by the Ad Hoc Committee in collaboration with the Association of Community Colleges Trustees?
Chair, would you like my report first?
If I can get a motion in a second and then go to your report.
So moved.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Meyer.
The Ad Hoc Committee convened on April 5th, 2025. In attendance were Trustee Perez and Trustee Meyer. Below is a summary of key discussions and decisions made during the meeting. The committee reviewed the various proposed self-evaluation documents provided by ACCT. After discussion, the committee decided to go with College of the Desert 2025 Board Self-Evaluation Draft 0404-2025V2, as this draft contained questions most relevant to the ACC-JC areas of concern. Upon reviewing the document, Trustees Perez and Meyer made minor changes to the document to better clarify some questions, as well as make it relevant to our college district. We then discussed scheduling of the questionnaire, which will be administered by ACCT, taking into consideration the time of this to fit within board policy guidelines, timing of the results such that it can be reviewed in the yet-to-be-scheduled board retreat, time for the individual board members to review the results in preparation for discussion of the next steps. ACC pointed out that having too long a duration for the survey to be open typically leads to procrastination. Knowing all this, the committee is recommending that this survey be run from April 14th through the 20th. This will give ACC time, they need a few days, to compile the results and report them back to the board. The survey will take less than 1 hour for each trustee to complete. The survey is broken down into 2 parts. Part 1, board as a whole, addresses board organization, policy role, community relations, policy direction, board superintendent relations, standards for college operations, institutional effectiveness, board leadership, advocating for the college, board education. Part 2, and this is only addresses each individual trustee can address this, board member responsibilities, board and superintendent relations, community and state relations, mission and student success, and fiscal facilities responsibilities. I will add that there's well over 107 questions in the evaluation tool. I did a quick run through to guess how long it would take, and that's where I came up with the hour. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the work that you've been doing and explaining the instrument moving forward. Is there any other discussion? Okay. Roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Moving to item 13.02, California Community Colleges Trustees 2025 Board Elections. Do I have a motion to nominate Mary Jane Sanchez Fulton, Julie Shore, Jose Alcala, and Michael Rivas for the California Community College Trustees 2025 Board Elections?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
I would like to request if we could, if I could just put my name, because I'm new and I'm going before people that have already represented the California community. So I'm asking my board if we, I don't know what it is called. What is it?
You amend the.
I would like to amend the agenda item just to nominate trustee Mary Jane Sanchez Fulton.
And do we need a first and a second on the amendment?
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is that the motion is to amend the item to strike Julie Shore, Jose Alcala, and Michael Rivas from the item. And it requires a second, and then you can discuss that.
And then are you making the motion to
Yes.
do the amendment? Okay, do I have a
Yes,
second?
Chairman. No. I would like to amend the motion, instead of having all the names, just to do a single vote, because just for one person. We're putting other people from other California community college, just for the record. These
Chair,
are
we're having
other-
a discussion on the motion that's not, the amendment that's not been seconded.
Oh, that's correct. Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second it because I want to hear the discussion and conversation.
Okay.
Thank you. Now I can discuss. Thank you, Meyer. So basically, just for the public to know, this is, I served many years ago, but now I'm competing, what we're trying to do, competing with other trustees throughout the state. There are 116 community colleges, and all the colleges will be voting. So I'm asking my board to, if we could amend just my name, because I have not served, and I believe you could vote one person, because if you give the other votes, I don't know, how do I explain this?
That it gives you a better chance of winning.
Yeah. Okay, so.
I'll say it backwards. You're taking the votes away from the other three. Am I right?
Well, no, we're representing the Desert Community College District. We want to make sure we vote.
Understand. But my question is, if we submit one vote, is it non-compliant do we have to submit the 4 as a slate or not?
No, you don't.
My understanding is that it can be up to 4.
Discussion? Any more discussion?
And a little more. So you're giving more votes. If we vote for the other representatives of other community colleges, we're just adding to their vote. And we're dismissing the Desert Community College representative, which is me, that opportunity to get, I believe it's called single vote. What's it called? Right now, I don't know the actual term.
The bottom line is that it gives you a chance of being elected.
Correct, and representing the Desert Community College. It's very important that we vote that way in order to give us that opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll vote on the amendment. So can we do a roll call vote on the amendment? And then Carlos, you'll have to help me after that.
Okay. Here we go. Student trustee Robles,
Me.
trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye. Okay, the amendment carries. Do we have to go back to the original motion now?
Yes, now the motion on the table is just the single name. And you have a discussion on that.
Okay.
So I'd like to motion to nominate trustee
The
Mary.
motion's already on the floor. All you need to do is open it up for discussion. If there's no more discussion, you can move forward to
Any more
vote.
discussion on the item? All right.
I just have a question on like perception of that. I understand the cost for it, and we would definitely want like College of the Desert to have the representative there, but just from like previous experience with that, I don't know if there's any comment on how that would be perceived like with the other delegates and members in the area.
I believe that a lot of the community, having served a lot, the people who have already served are running what we call a slate. So I'm not on the slate because I'm not a current member of that board. So I'm trying to get in there representing the Desert Community College, and I think it's so important that we have a voice. I believe the people that were put here are currently serving in that position. They're the incumbents, what we call. So when you're running and someone like myself, that I'm not the incumbent, I'm just running. That's why. Thank you.
Okay. Any more discussion? All right, we'll do a roll call vote, please.
Yes. Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Oden, trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
The parliamentarian. Uh, Anything else on this item? Thank you. Okay. Item 13.03. Do I have a motion to approve the second reading of Chapter 2 Board Policies as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton, trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 1304, Chapter 4 Board Policies, second reading. Do I have a motion to approve the second reading of Chapter 4 Board Policies as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Chapter 6 Board Policies, second reading. Do I have a motion to approve the second reading of Chapter 6 Board Policies as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Oden,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, moving on to item 14.01, budget revisions. Do I have a motion to approve the 2024, 2025 budget revisions as presented?
So move.
Second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All right, roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Odin,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Resolution 14.02, number 041025-1, authorized signatures. Do I have a motion to approve 1402 as presented?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, Chair. I submitted a question. Do you have the answer for that question?
Did you submit it to me?
Yes. And you responded
I did.
that you accepted it. That we had Acting President Martinez in 2 categories of authorized signatures.
Okay, yes, I think that on the list it had your signature. Irene, have you noticed
Get a copy.
on that list how that,
Yes, so I believe what trustee Meyer is referring to is column 2 and 3, where signatures of personnel authorized to sign warrant orders and orders for salary payments. And then column 3, signatures of personnel authorized to sign notices of employment.
He was signing on behalf of the Office of the President, also on behalf of, I want to say, Treasurer or
I
Accounting?
think it was accounting.
Accounting. He's authorized in 2 areas.
Oh, I think you're referring to accounting manager.
Yes, Accounting Manager.
We have another staff employee who has Val Martinez name, but that's separate.
It's a separate person?
It's a separate person. Val
Okay.
Martinez Garcia is
Thank you.
separate.
Okay, good.
Just for the record, there's one Val. I always tell him that. So you know.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And I want to thank Trustee Meyer for we can observe his attention to the detail, and I thank you for that. It's like, all right, any more discussion? Then we'll do a roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia, the Val.
Val, thank you. Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton, trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Odin,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Item 14.03, resolution number 041025-2, authorization to encumber funds for the following fiscal year. Do I have a motion to approve 14.03 as presented?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion?
To have just a quick explanation on the encumbered funds, just because I'm still new on this one. Encumbered funds of our current budget, or explain, would like something briefly?
Sure. This is a process that we do every single year as we go into the new fiscal year, where we encumber funds and kind of moving them and holding them in place to allow us to move forward into the new fiscal year. It's a yearly process that you'll see every single time that we'll do this around this time every year together.
Thank you.
Any additional discussion? All right, roll call vote. Acting President Martinez Garcia.
Student trustee Robles,
Aye.
trustee Sanchez Fulton, trustee Meyer,
Aye.
trustee Odin,
Aye.
trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, moving on to action item 15.01, academic calendar 2026, 2027. Do I have a motion to approve 15.01 as presented?
Clearly so move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion?
I actually have a discussion on this. I think it's wonderful. that we're doing our academic calendar. We get to see it. I have to go on, I would love to see, I know how long it takes as an academic person for curriculum, but always seeing a lot of our PACE programs, especially the paramedic, and we have so many other, to really, really consider bringing those into our academic calendar. I want to see those types of programs. And the hard work it took from our faculty and staff to put together that, I always want to make sure that we acknowledge those that put on the academic. Who put this one? Was it Roz, Val? The academic calendar? Who are the people in place?
The academic calendar is composed of a committee
Oh,
that
thank you.
reviews the calendar that you see today. It runs through the Office of the President,
Okay.
and the Senate weighs in heavily on the calendar itself. You'll see significant changes to our
Yeah.
spring calendaring, where we will have a spring break in the middle of our 16 weeks. So we'll do 8 weeks and then break and then do another 8 weeks. We've considered that for a number of reasons. The biggest one being that we feel that it's important for students to have that break in the middle of a long semester, but as well as take advantage of some enrollment opportunities around our 8-week courses. So the first 8 weeks we break, second 8 weeks we break, so you can have a first week set of courses in the first half of the 16 weeks, and then break it nicely for the start of a second 8 weeks, the second 8 week, or second part of the 16-week courses.
Okay. Yeah, I saw something different. So thank you for clarifying that.
Thank you, President Val, for explaining that. I sat through the Academic Senate where they approved this and discussed it, and they emphasize spring break doesn't necessarily have to coincide with Easter or any other holiday. It's just the convenience for the school, and as acting president explained.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All right, roll call vote. Acting President Val.
Student Trustee Robles,
Aye.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
Aye.
Trustee Mar,
Aye.
Trustee Oden,
Aye.
Trustee Kinnaman.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Now we'll move to information items, and no action is required from the board. First is 16.01. Acting President Martinez Garcia, can you please provide additional information for the board on this item?
Yes, I'd like to call Robert Rauscher, Program Manager from Moss, to come to the podium. He's going to give some highlights regarding this month's capital projects report.
Good morning, everyone. The podium is indeed tall this morning. Mr. Chair, trustees, Mr. President, executive team, it's good to see you again. In the interest of brevity, I will just hit a few highlights. Of course, highlights have to include the Palm Springs campus, so let's start there. I'm pleased to report that the building pads for the entire campus have been completed, and the rough grading for the project has been completed as well. So that is the first kind of primary step of construction. From here, we're moving immediately into the installation of underground utilities, and that's proceeding apace. And then I'm pleased to report that we are nearly done with DSA plan review for increments 2 and 3. Those are the buildings and the perimeter work on the site. So progress is actually right on pace, and we're very pleased to see what's happening out there. We do hope to have final approval of those increments from DSA by the end of the month. They've been tremendous in supporting us in that effort. Next, I wanted to talk to you about Roadrunner Motors. I'm pleased to say that we are finally going full speed ahead out there. We've got everything set up, and we've begun our shoring efforts to get the site property corralled and manage the slopes out there, and we will be proceeding quickly there as well. So as you drive by, you'll start to see a lot of dust moving. And then I wanted to briefly touch on the athletic stadium and fields project as well. We've seen a lot of activity going on out there. Once again, the grading for that work, the rough grading and preparation of the soil is complete. You may have noticed if you drove by on San Pablo that we've got structural steel stockpiled out there waiting for installation, which is fantastic. And if you take a peek through the fence, you'll notice a little forest of pipes sticking up through the ground. Those are the underground utility conduits. This is all really, really good progress for the state of the project, and the team is working hard out there. So like I said, just some brief highlights, but of course, if there are any questions, I can take those as well.
Any questions? Okay. Robert, thank you very
Thank you.
much for updating us. All
Mr.
right.
Chair, I do have one
Okay, sure,
question.
sure.
And that's just on the steel, considering all the tariffs that we're looking at going, on right now in the country. Have you seen any impact yet or so far on our purchase of steel for our building projects?
We have seen some impacts so far. I would classify them as minor impacts at the moment. And it's one of those things that, because even at the federal level, things are not set in stone yet,
Yeah.
we're monitoring it very carefully and watching for the curveballs and changes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And just for the board to know, I meet with Robert regularly to discuss these items, as well as Dr. Atkins. And we are very aware of the potential, what you call it, the barriers maybe possibly in front of us. So we're talking through them all the time, scenarios. And Robert's been doing a great job keeping us informed, and obviously Scott and his team really making sure that we have our hands around this, because we want to make sure that this project does come to fruition. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you. Information item, administrative services, 17.01, 2023, 2024 auxiliary services audit report. Acting President Garcia, could you please provide the board with any additional information?
Yeah, I'm going to ask Interim Vice President Chip West to provide additional context for this item.
Great. Thank you, Acting Superintendent Martinez Garcia. I know Coachella's down the road, but the real party is this audit. That's what it is. I know everyone's excited about audits like I am. And we're excited here today to have online Rick Alonso, who's a CPA and partner with Edie Bailey. Rick focuses on providing accounting, audit, and advisory services to a variety of clients. For over 26 years, he's focused his practice on governments, community colleges, K-12 and school districts, and nonprofit organizations. He works with clients to provide up-to-date audit information and compliance standards and reporting requirements. And he's skilled at understanding complex regulatory reporting environment related to a single audit compliance requirements. So we're excited to have him here today to answer any questions regarding this information item. Thank you.
And it was brought to my attention. Well, these are information. Is there any questions, I guess, based on the information that was provided on this item? Okay. So we have information item 16.02, administrative procedure 2360 on minutes that I did not, that I overlooked before we went to the auxiliary budget. Is there anything on this?
This is just an item being presented to the board for information. No action is required. But if there are any questions or discussion, be happy to entertain those now.
Thank you.
So. Right.
We'll move to item 18.01, Chapter 4, Administrative Procedures, and 18.02, Academic Senate Resolution. Both of these are presented as information as well, and there's no action required from the board. So are there any questions from the board on either of these items as well? Okay, hearing none, we can move to our item 19.01, public comments. Request to address the Board of Trustees regarding matters not on the agenda. Remote public participation is allowed and will be accepted in person by email to otp@collegeofthedesert.edu during the meeting and submitted for the record, or by using the raise your hand function by joining the Zoom link. Pursuant to District Administrative Procedure 2345, each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 3 minutes per topic. 15 minutes shall be the maximum time allotment for public speakers on any one subject, regardless of the number of speakers at any one board meeting. At the discretion of a majority of the board, these limits may be extended. All comments must be submitted or brought forward prior to the end of the public comments section. As an additional note, this item is intended for members of the public who wish to speak regarding matters not related to the agenda. Irene, do we have any items?
Yes, Board Chair Kinnaman, we received one public comment request from Carlene Hart, and I believe she intended to be here to read her comment, but I don't see her present. However, her comment has been uploaded and it's under agenda item 19.01. We also have someone on Zoom who would like to address the board. Her name is Carolyn Johnson. And we'll just need to move her over to panelist. Just 1 second, please.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Carolyn.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Okay, thank you. We'll start the 3-minute timer here for you.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Carolyn Johnson, and I'm a proud member of CSEA here at this college. I am here today to speak on agenda item number 13.1. Enough is enough. Trustee Ron Odom's behavior has gone from questionable to harmful, and it's time to speak up. Let's start with his praise for former interim president Laura Hope. She's currently on administrative leave, named in multiple racial discrimination lawsuits, and accused of tearing down shared governance while intimidating staff. But Trustee Odom didn't just support her, he urged her to apply for the permanent position after she said she wouldn't. That reckless move hurt the integrity of the search process so badly that CSEA had to publicly demand his recusal. That's not leadership, it's interference. Then there's his praise of former VP Rod Garcia. This is the same VP who tried to remove gender-neutral bathrooms, downgrade internet access at Palm Springs, and illegally installed coin-operated tampon machines. And Odom called that a stellar job. Absolutely not. That's a step backwards. And let's be clear, CSEA suffered under Rod Garcia's leadership. Staff were ignored, reassigned without notice, and pressured in ways that created a toxic work environment. Morale dropped, communication broke down. Rod Garcia's actions hurt the very people who keep this college running. In March, Trustee Odom made a dramatic comment about the elephant in the room when female staff were absent, knowing that one was sick and the other was at a conference. What was the point? To stir up controversy and cast doubt on acting President Val Martinez Garcia? That's not leadership, that's manipulation. He also told people that President Martinez Garcia is not qualified. That's deeply inappropriate, especially when he's in the role and might apply for it. Comments like that show bias, and they're exactly why Odom should not be part of the selection process going forward. And the most serious issue, the suspected leaking of confidential legal documents to the press. Documents meant to embarrass Board Chair Kinnaman and possibly threaten our accreditation. Even worse, last June, Odom reportedly gave whistleblower letters to the very people named in them, putting employees at risk. That's not just unethical, it's dangerous. Trustee Odom says he wants stability, but his actions cause chaos. He wants unity, but he divides. College of the Desert deserves better. We need leaders who care about students and staff, not personal agendas, not backroom politics, and not drama. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to future agenda items, 20.01, Student Trustee Robles,
I have none at this time.
Trustee Sanchez Fulton,
I would like, as always, to get an update on our tiny home, something about, I'm into this affordable housing. Want to know where we're at. I'm getting that a lot of questions. I think it's so wonderful for us to do that for the students. So just get an update on the tiny homes. Also would like to get an update on the wellness space that I presented. I think it's so important that our faculty, our staff have a place where they could just detox or just have that. Also, something that I observed at another community college was a place where faculty can move. We're at our offices, our staff, just have maybe move Mondays, have like a nice place, maybe somewhere where we could create for our faculty. We're working in our offices. People just have like movement Mondays for, have a movement. I saw that at another community college, and I thought that was wonderful to have, you're at our offices and just have that space of movement, something like that. Also, would like to see where we're going to be at with our COD closet. I think that would be so wonderful to have here. And last but not least, something that I think other community colleges throughout California have is just have maybe a quarterly, the Board of Trustees. It's so important that we know what's going on and create an ad hoc committee. It's called the Legislative Committee. I know when we were, Trustee Meyer and I went to Washington, D.C., we want to be, other community colleges, how they're addressing what's going on in DC is having those relationships. And I think it's so important that we create and I love what student trustee said, mentioning all those having a legislative ad hoc committee for the Board of Trustees would be something that I would like to create and put that on the agenda for our next meeting. I believe, so Carlos, I'm going to ask you just a question. Do we need a 2/3 vote, or do we have to put it on the agenda when you want to put an ad hoc, not a standing committee, of a legislative committee from the board? Thank you. That's a question.
I believe the policy indicates that we can create an ad hoc committee. I mean, I think it says the chair can create an ad hoc committee. It may be broader than that.
Okay.
I may have just read it through that lens, but we can take a look at that.
Yeah, I think it would be wonderful to create an ad hoc committee. I think it's so important, legislative. We have some great trustees, people that, and I would love to be part of that, because that's something that when we go to our trainings in Washington, D.C. or in Sacramento with the California, be wonderful to have that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Meyer.
Chair, you have my future agenda item we've already discussed earlier in the meeting.
Okay, thank you very much. Trustee Oden. Okay, and then this may be something that will be addressed in the ad hoc committee. I'm not sure, but I think the board revisiting what is policy and what is operations.
Oh.
Because I think sometimes we slide into operations inadvertently, but
There will be questions relating to that.
okay, great. Then that won't be a future agenda item. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, 21.01, recess to closed session. The board will now recess to closed session. The live feed of this meeting will continue. Board members and Acting Vice President Garcia, I ask that you join closed session at 12 o'clock noon.
We're coming out of closed.
Sorry, Steve. I meant like I sent you a message on Teams. Yeah. Are you ready? Okay. All right. Thumbs up from IT. Microphone, Trustee Kinnaman.
Thank you. We will now reconvene to open session at 12:49. Thank you. There was no reportable action taken in closed session, and we will now adjourn the regular meeting of the Desert Community College District Board of Trustees at 1 p.m. Thank you.
At 12:49 p.m.
Oh, 12:49 p.m.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
It's like I'm trying to round up a little bit here. 12:49 p.m. Thank you.